Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Taurus. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. All right, Taurus, we're going to get right into it. Let me push my camera back a little bit. Let's get into the message for Taurus. We have a big, energetic, what would you call it? Transit in your sign, Taurus. We have Mars and Uranus. Conjunction. It's moving closer and closer and closer and closer together. This can be very freeing, liberating for many. It can also be very unexpected. It can be kind of volatile for others, depending on where you are and what you're experiencing on your journey. But we are experiencing this tightening. And we do have a fixed star Algol in the mix of that conjunction as well. And Algol, not to scare anybody, but is known as the dark star, the demon star. It is the head of Medusa. The story of Medusa is actually quite sad. She had a lot of injustice done to her, turned into a monster just because of her beauty and her sexual energy and her connection to the spiritual realms. And if anybody knows the entire mythology of Medusa, she was turned into a demonic character with snakes for hair, and she could turn people to stone just with her stare, with her eyes. So I believe it was Perseus who came. He was sent to murder her, and he did. He ended up cutting off her head. So this energy could be, for some, losing their head, losing their mind, righteous rage coming to the surface. So be mindful of that. Not to say that that's going to be you, Taurus, but we're going to just throw that in the mix because that we are culminating, that energy is getting closer and closer to being exact. It will be exact next week. But whenever you find yourself to this reading, if it's resonating for you, most likely the message is for you. What is the message for Taurus, please? You may be witnessing others losing their mind, losing their temper, losing their head. Heads will roll here. Or you could be on the opposite side of the spectrum. We have Four of Cups. Came out in reverse. Five of Pentacles. You're kind of over it with something. This could be, I'm hearing financial struggles for some, or just, constantly the doors being shut on you, doors being closed. You may be, the universe may be presenting you with opportunities that you're not paying attention to. Her sweatshirt actually says over it. But this energy of Five of Pentacles can be, the energy of, in this card, it depicts two people that they're outside of the church window and they're not allowed in. They're left out in the cold. And you're just over it. Oh my, okay. All right. This is actually good. The message here, we're going to get a little deeper into it for you, Taurus. 10 of Wands, overall energy. This is a heavy load, a heavy burden you've been carrying maybe your entire life. And it is time for you to drop the weight. drop this heavy burden. It's not all yours to carry. Maybe none of it. Some of it maybe, but you've been carrying the load for maybe your entire family. This might be karma. We do have the Ten of Swords that came out after the Five of Pentacles. So it's almost like this is also the beauty of Uranus. We get to a point where like we can't keep going the way that we're going. We can't keep thinking the way that we're thinking. The mind. I know, Taurus, I've been reading into your energy for a long time, and the last couple of years it's just like looping back around. I can't get out of my mind. I can't get out of these thoughts. It's putting an end to it. There's some kind of confirmation here that you have been carrying the load for other people, and it's time to drop that burden. Yeah, and until you do, you will constantly find yourself left out in the cold, not experiencing your total full worth, because there's a lot of, I'm seeing codependency patterns that I'm picking up here. Over it though, your energy, emotionally, you're kind of like checking out or just sort of dissociating right now, and the universe is actually trying to hand you something. It's trying to give you a gift that would uplift your spirits. So pay attention in the next few days or the next few weeks. Be very present with everything that unfolds. Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. Unless our minds continue to carry a narrative into the future, we may repeat patterns. And this is a beautiful time to drop it. Drop it. We have the King of Pentacles below that. When you drop it, you may find that your abundance comes flying into you. But you got to shut an old door, man. There's an old door. There's got to be some closure here to an old cycle. Tell me about the Four of Cups for Taurus, please. And it is this energy this year. It's just like round and round we go. Here we go again. Same old, same old. We think we break free and break through, and then we're back into the old thing again. Stand your ground, Taurus. Don't give up. And don't give in. And don't get over it either. Allow it to flow through you, whatever's going on. Stand your ground. I think that you're getting some big insights here in the next week or so. Maybe you already have it. Maybe you're already aware. This is your indicator to drop the heavy load and drop the repetitive negative thought patterns. The universe is working full force right now to help you complete it, to close a chapter, close a whole book. It's time to write a whole new story. Taurus, are you ready for a whole new story in your life? Or are you going to keep carrying the burdens of the past with you? It's a big message. Because when we do, and we put life force energy to those emotions and those thoughts, we are recreating it. We are co-creators. We're not the only creator, but we are co-creators, and the universe it's not personal. We have the power. But if we keep regenerating and regenerating the same old thoughts, including emotions and the narratives and our energy towards it, there you go. You're just going to, you're going to recycle all over again. So pay attention to how the universe is speaking to you. Signs, synchronicities, coincidences. There are no such thing as coincidences, but anything that speaks to you. And some of them can be very subtle. So we do have to kind of quiet our energy, quiet the mind. Okay. All right. And what are we ending here, Taurus? Being trapped in fear. Constantly going back down into an old cycle of conflict and defeat. It's time to put an end to that. This is the time. This is the time. Because guess what? Overall, we have positive movement forward. There's a big opening here for you. Whether you can see it or not, it is up to you. A lot of times we get in the way. We sabotage ourselves by believing in the same old narrative that we have our whole lives. You're getting clarification somewhere here, because 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, it's time to end that. Let's get you one last message here from Native Spirit to wrap this up. If you're liking the video so far, Taurus, please don't forget to click that like button below the video, please. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Feel free to comment. I do love to read all of your comments. One more shuffle. All right. Ooh. We have Freedom, Horse. You know, this is saying free your mind and the rest will follow, right? And free yourself. Drop the heaviness. Drop the heavy burden and the load that you've been carrying for yourself and for others. It is time to have a clean slate. Freedom, Horse. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card in this deck, and I've been reading from this deck for many years. It's so interesting. And maybe I have, but I just don't recall. So there's always something new. There's always room for something new. Are you ready for something new? Let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff. Dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Get out of the rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens. Enjoy. Your native spirit wants you to know. The horse allowed the natives of America, of the Americas and Mongolia to travel great distances with ease. The horse also carried their supplies, which additionally granted freedom to those ancient peoples. This card shows you to remind you that you aren't here to be ordinary, but to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Don't allow yourself to be trapped by convention or the expectations of others. You have the ability to choose your life on your terms. Replace the phrase I should with I could, but I choose not to at this time. Perhaps you aren't always free to create the exact circumstances of your life, but you're certainly able to decide what meaning to give those situations. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. Oh, I have the chills. Yes, it is time to break free. Break free. Stand your ground. Break free from being trapped in fear and conflict and defeat. That is the message, because there is positive movement forward when you do release yourself. That is the message I have for you this week, Taurus. I hope that you found this to be helpful for you, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.